What's up everybody, welcome back to another video here on my channel. In today's video I'm going to be going over the company known as Peloton Interactive, and for those of you who don't know, their ticker symbol on the stock market is PTON. And for those of you guys who don't know what the company actually does, they are kind of this online fitness service that does have physical products such as their bikes. You can buy their bikes, you can set up the screen on there to have a live class from a Peloton fitness instructor. So it's kind of this at-home workout company and things like that. They did see huge returns in their stock price and revenue during this COVID-19 pandemic. If we take a look over here on Google, on this 5-year chart, you can see back in late 2020, during the beginning of the initial COVID-19 pandemic, you can see on March 13th of 2020, they were sitting at about $19.72 per share. And that's actually where I began to pick up some shares of the stock, because I thought, hey, people aren't going to be able to go out. People aren't going to go to the gyms. Gyms are going to close down. They still want to work out. They still want to be engaged with the community. And that's what Peloton Interactive does offer as a company. But you can see a lot of people saw that too, guys, and they had a huge upwards channel, an upwards trend all the way up into about October 16th of 2020, where they peaked at $131.33. And after that, all major stocks did take a little bit of a dip down to about $100.79 on the 13th of November, before peaking at an all-time high on December 24th of 2020. So about a month ago, honestly, guys, or excuse me, a year and a month ago. I'm completely thrown off there by that one. They were $162.72. That's where they topped off, guys. They pulled back and they have retreated heavily ever since, and they are kind of at these pre-pandemic levels of $27.06 as of this past Friday, January 21st of 2022. If we take a look at some recent news before we get into the charts, you can see part of the reason for this downtrend is because Peloton is halting production of its bikes and treadmills as demand wanes. You can see, like I just said, they're halting productions of its fitness product as consumer demand wanes and the company looks to control costs. Another important thing to note, guys, right down here, Peloton does plan to release their second quarter earnings results on February 8th after the market closes. So that's in a few days, a few weeks. That is coming up, and that will be very interesting to see how the market reacts and handles those earnings results. They can't be good if production is waning and overall revenues are going down as that overall demand does decrease as well. If we take a look at this as well right here, guys, this isn't really as big, but it is something to note. The pandemic boom is over, just ask Peloton and Netflix. Those are two kind of COVID-19 stocks that performed so well. These could be considered stay-at-home stocks that really did see some huge returns and huge growth during this pandemic, and honestly did benefit off the fact that there was a global pandemic. Next, if we take a look over here on Webull desktop at the chart, you can see the all-time high, $171.09, and ever since then, like I said, huge pullbacks. If we look at their last earnings report and how the market reacted, you can see, as indicated by this little E right here, they fell from a price of about $86.28 and gapped all the way down here at the low to about $55.57. And ever since then, the whole stock and crypto markets have been in a pretty steady downtrend, and Peloton is no exception. You can see it's pulled back even more and hit the low right here a few days ago at $23.25 per share. Now, the next question becomes, are you a buyer of Peloton at these prices? Like I said, it is a pre-pandemic price level right here at $20 per share. But like those articles stated, demand is going down and the pandemic is kind of waning a little bit. So people are getting out more. They're tired of being in their house. They're going back to the gyms, and these expensive bikes aren't really as wanted as they used to be back here around these all-time highs. I still do think it's a good company. I think it's a smart company. They have good technology in place. And I think that this little downtrend won't be the end of them or anything crazy like that you see in some of these articles. And I would honestly be a buyer, guys, right about down here. As you guys can see, a little bit lower, maybe right here, $20.25. That's my entry price for Peloton Interactive. And I do think, guys, they may go there after this next earnings report. Based on their last earnings reports, you can see a dip, and a dip, their last 3 earnings reports, and this one shouldn't really be any better. So if the market does react the way it did in the past 3 times, we probably will see a little bit more of a dip down to about that $20 price target. You guys could go ahead and load up there. I do think it's a nice recovery play, as it does probably see a bounce in the next few months back up to maybe the high 30s, high 40s, maybe even $50 per share at the absolute peak, in my opinion. So you have a potential 100% return if you are patient and you are willing to kind of fight out these dips in the short term. But with that said, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you're new here, please do subscribe to my channel. And like I mentioned in the last video, we will have a Discord channel up and running in the next few days. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next one.